Happy Sunday morning. I'm out in the garage. You might be able to tell that. Fan is still going. We're at 11.5 on our charge controller. So I'm kind of surprised that it's still running. Oh well. That's good though. I've got a few things I'm going to do today. So, I'm going to turn that fan off. It just makes it cold in here. It's great for drying the place out or getting the smoke out of here if I burn something, and cooling it down in the summer. Okay, so I've got to change the oil in the XC90. I also have to measure the bolts on the bottom of the what is it? Lower control arm of the V50, so I can order the right lower control arms. They have this split production and they change things halfway through, so yeah, I'll order the correct ones instead of the wrong ones. Okay, let's get busy. Let's get the V50s closest to the garage, so I'm gonna put it up on the ramps first, and we'll see what we need to order. So I've got that up and measured. It's 18 millimeters versus 15. It's good to know. Now I can order the correct parts. I also sprayed everything down with WD-40 to help me get the bolts off when it comes time to take it apart. So I'm under the car. Here I am here. Looking at, this is our all-wheel drive. It's called the Angle Gear. Angle Gear. That's because it's got a gear on an angle. I don't know why they came up with this. I would call it a transaxle like every other all-wheel drive. But it's busted in here. The teeth are chewed off of probably the shaft up here. So, the only reason the car still moves is because there's a shaft that goes right through. And so it's still front-wheel drive. Now, so I just took some pictures and got the part number off of this, so I can cross-reference that with other vehicles. Because since getting stuck last week, I really do miss all-wheel drive. So I think if I can find one of these at a good price, I will go get it. And that might mean going to a pick and pull where I pull it off myself. But we'll see. Anyways, I'm under here to change the oil. So this is the oil pan. Here's the drain. Here's where the oil filter is. Let's get at this. See that washer? You don't want to lose that. Should replace it each time, but I don't. This is the fun thing. I use this to get it off. Assuming we can get it off. Turn to the off position. Oh, I should have brought a... Oh, it's gonna work. Now that that's quit draining for the most part, I'm gonna give it a wipe out, clean it up. The reason we do that is so we can see if we have any oil leaks from anywhere else in the future. And it looks like we do have a little one from up top. New filter, new rubber gasket. It'll need another one, or another liter anyways. Still low. Needs another liter. Plus. It hasn't filled the filter yet. Start it up now, get the oil move through, and we'll check it again. I'm gonna check all my other fluids while I'm doing this too. Looking good. No leaks. Got it down off the ramps. Check the oil again. It's perfect. You gotta check it when it's level, because when it's up in the air, you don't get a correct reading. Oil's perfect now. Topped up our fluids. I only had to add a bunch of washer fluid. We're good to go. Good for the next road trip or pulling a boat. I've cleaned the mats from the XC90 and I've cleaned up here. Raked the leaves and I took the, what is that blower thing? My leaf blower. Cleared it all off. I also swept out the garage with the leaf blower. Does a pretty good job of that. You do have to open the back window to help with cross draft. Okay, so I've cleaned the mats. I'm gonna let them dry. It's the time of year where I should be vacuuming the car too. We'll see how I feel. It's lunchtime. Okay, we are off. This is the first test drive with a fresh oil change. And I think it's working nicely. I've changed the oil that I'm using in this. It usually calls for 530 and I put 1030 in it just to give it a little more thickness at startup. It'll 5's a little thinner than 10, so we'll go with that. See how it works. Behind me is a big red thing. It's a big red sheet of foam rubber. Just got it from Forest City Surplus. The parking here is horrible. Anyways, the foam rubbers for keel washers, keel bolt washers for the sirens. Making a bunch more for the siren people. I just ran out of rubber that was black. So I ran out of black rubber and went to look for it at Forest City Surplus. That's where I got it last time. And they don't have it anymore. But they've got bigger sheets of red rubber. So they're going to be red rubber washers. They'll work. It's a rubber. It's a foam rubber stuff. So I'll drill, I make them on the drill press. I'll make a whole whack of them and send them off to guys. Well, I'm back. There's my big foam sheet. It's 4 foot by 3 foot. It was $8. What I've done is I've taken a piece of it out and put it in water. I just want to test it and see if water intrudes into it. I'll leave that in overnight. Tomorrow I'll come out and I'll cut it and see if there's water that's got into it. Hopefully not, because if it doesn't, then I can make the washers out of these, or out of this, and then we're good to go. People won't have leaky boats. Having a leaky siren isn't all that much fun. I've had it happen when I go to the boat. There's a foot of water in it, and it's all just because it's leaked in from the keel bolt washer. Leaking. So, this will fix that. Making burgers, because it's nice out. That smoke, that's just burgers burning, I guess. Better check. whenever I walk into the garage now, there's this big blast of red. A little tiny bit of green. Look at that. There's the tiny bit of green. Pretty neat, eh? Yeah. How do I look in red? This is good for my back, I'm sure. Oh, I just got the thumbnail. Whew, that's out of the way.